Trump's eye on Venezuela's oil, a $100 billion dream. But why is he not backing it himself? Let it be known that the lights of the White House stayed on late into the night. Outside, everything was calm, but inside, a decision was taking shape that could shake the entire global energy market. Sitting in a closed room were the CEOs of the world's biggest oil companies, names like Exxon, Chevron, and ConocoPhillips. And across from them was US President Donald Trump. There was only one agenda: Venezuela. The same Venezuela where just days earlier, President Nicolas Maduro had been taken into custody in a nighttime operation. The same country beneath which lies the world's largest oil reserve. And the same country that Trump no longer saw merely as a failed state, but as a golden opportunity. Yet there was a strange tension in the room. Because Trump was speaking the language of dreams, while the companies were responding in the language of fear. Trump believed that history was bowing before him. According to him, this was the moment when America could not only win in geopolitics, but also gain absolute control over the energy market. He clearly stated that Venezuela's oil infrastructure had decayed, had been ruined, and that only American companies could rebuild it. He claimed that if these companies invested $100 billion there, oil production would reach levels the world had never seen before. There was confidence in Trump's voice, but on the faces of the CEOs sitting before him, hesitation was clearly visible. Trump's calculation was extremely simple. Cheap crude would come out of Venezuela, reach America, fuel prices in the US would fall, voters would be happy, and America would once again become the energy king. He even said that with the interim Venezuelan leadership, a deal for 50 million barrels of crude oil had already been finalized, and if everything went according to plan, this supply would continue steadily. Trump expected the CEOs to applaud, shake hands, and send rigs to Venezuela the very next week. But that did not happen. The silence was first broken by ExxonMobil CEO Darren Woods, and his words were nothing short of a cold splash of water for Trump. He said bluntly, "Venezuela is uninvestable at the moment. A country where putting money means throwing yourself into fire." Woods did not give a political speech. He spoke the language of business. He reminded everyone that Exxon's assets in Venezuela had been seized twice. And now, making the same mistake a third time cannot be justified by presidential assurance alone. As soon as he spoke, the atmosphere in the room changed. Woods said that until Venezuela sees major and concrete improvements in governance, law, and political stability, investing there is a gamble, not a business decision. Not only that, both ConocoPhillips and Exxon had exited Venezuela nearly 20 years ago, when the government nationalized their assets. For them, this was not a new story. It was an old wound that still had not healed. Chevron is the lone different character in this story. It is the only major American company that is still somehow operating in Venezuela today. But even Chevron is extremely cautious about large investments. The company knows that no matter how vast the oil reserves beneath the ground may be, if there is chaos above ground, profits remain only on paper. The CEOs feared that due to political instability, sanctions, armed groups, and massive costs, their money might never return. Trump was not prepared for this resistance. He had expected that the weight of power and the strength of the White House would bend the CEOs. But when that did not happen, he played his second card. He offered to guarantee security to the companies, both physical security and financial security. Trump said that America would fully protect the companies investing there. From the military to the system, everything would stand with them. Here, Trump presented his unique profit formula. He said, "Make the investment, recover your money as quickly as possible, and after that, whatever profit remains will be shared between Venezuela, America, and the companies." For Trump, this was a win-win. Quick recovery for companies, control for America, and supposedly development for Venezuela. But critics called it not development, but extortion. Democratic lawmakers and policy experts argued that the way America was stopping Venezuelan oil tankers at sea, seizing revenues, and now pressuring companies to invest did not look like a partnership, but like coercion. Energy politics was no longer diplomacy. It had become a direct power play. The real reason behind this entire story is Venezuela's condition. A country that holds the world's largest proven oil reserves, yet its situation resembles that of a failed economy. In the 1970s, Venezuela produced around 3.5 million barrels of oil per day. At that time, its oil industry was considered one of the best managed systems in the world. But today, it can barely produce even one-third of that. Its share in global oil supply has fallen to just 1%. Decades of poor policies, corruption, political interference, and lack of investment have hollowed out this industry from within. Refineries have rusted. Pipelines leak. Skilled workers have either left the country or been pushed out of the system. The Trump administration believes that if America does not control Venezuela's oil revenues, that money will end up fueling corruption, the black market, and anti-American activities. But the question is whether control alone can fix a system. Can the future be built by ignoring history? CEOs fear that Maduro may be gone today, but someone else could come tomorrow. And if that leader again chooses the path of nationalization, all of America's guarantees would become meaningless. There is another layer to this entire story: the global oil market. Today, the world is talking about energy transition, electric vehicles, renewables, net zero targets. In such a time, is investing $100 billion in a heavy crude producer like Venezuela really sensible? This is the question CEOs are asking. Trump still believes in fossil fuel dominance, but corporate boards no longer look only at politics. They look at balance sheets. And this is where Trump's frustration grows. For him, Venezuela is not just about oil. It is a geopolitical trophy, a message that America will no longer sit in the backseat. But the irony is that under the very slogan of America First, that Trump champions, American companies themselves are not ready to support him right now. The saddest aspect of this entire drama is that once again, the people of Venezuela have been left as mere spectators. For them, power changed, flags changed, players changed. But the bread lines are the same. The condition of hospitals is the same. The question is that even if American companies do arrive there tomorrow, will the life of the ordinary Venezuelan actually change? Or will oil once again remain nothing more than a curse?
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources: news from various news agencies, opinion polls, and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.